everyone, Tim here, also known as QBKing77 with the Android Police team, here to do an app review today on the game found in the Google Play Store called Prince of Persia Classic. This game is developed by Ubisoft Entertainment. It is, there's actually a couple of versions. They do have a free version, which is just a trial if you want to try it out, and they also do have a paid version, which is $2.99, which is what I'm going to be reviewing at the moment. So let's go ahead and just jump into the application. So you'll see you got Prince of Persia Classic. It does have a verifying download every time you do launch it. You do not need a data connection to run this application, but it does verify the download. Make sure it's authentic as well. So loads on up. Greeted with some nice music there to go with Prince of Persia. It's definitely a more updated look on a classic game. You'll see on the right here you have a bunch of options. You have some extras, which obviously loads things up, such as rewards, achievements, leaderboards, and credits. You can share scores and such with friends via, I believe, Facebook and also email. So those options there. Other options, just game ones. You can turn the guide on and off. You can change your language. So if you don't speak English, you can you have a bunch of different options to change your language. So that's always nice. Sound options, obviously sound effects and music, and you can also reset the options. Otherwise, though, game modes. You will see there are three. There is normal mode, there is time attack, and survival. So what I highly recommend doing if you are trying this out for the first time is using normal mode. Normal mode is basically when you go through the game, you have checkpoints, and every time you die you can respawn at those checkpoints. You get unlimited lives, and you don't have a time limit either. You can basically try out all the levels and get through at your own pace. Time attack is when you do have an hour, actually exactly 1 hour to run through and beat the game. You can die, you will just respawn. And then there's survival mode, which is when you have an hour to beat the game but you can't die. So obviously survival is something you would definitely have to work your way up to. At first this game was very difficult. It took a little while to get used to, so at first if you're struggling, don't get discouraged. Just kind of keep playing and it will come to you. Obviously when you hit continue, you can continue the game you're already playing. I'm starting one in normal mode. You can also go to level select, which is when you get through each level you can choose which level you would like to play. I've only opened 3 levels. It's a difficult game. I'm finally starting to get the hang of it and getting things going, and it's getting pretty fun. So you'll see there are 14 levels. Final one being in the princess's room. It's actually a nice storyline where I believe Jafar, the princess's dad, is actually holding her hostage pretty much, and she's basically got only a certain amount of time, and obviously Prince of Persia is coming to save the day. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and continue the game I'm playing. When I do that, I believe I'm on obviously level 3, so it'll jump to that and I can run through different controls and get into the game. Alright, so here we are. This would be the main game screen. You have a nice joystick on the left here. You can actually tap anywhere on the screen and the joystick will pop up. So you can pretty much put it anywhere you would like, wherever is most comfortable for you. You have 3 buttons here on the right side, one of them being this button right here. When you press it, it allows you to walk at a careful pace. If you aren't holding this button, you will actually run. You can walk and run. Right here, this is a button to basically crouch down. You can do barrel rolls here. You can also pick objects up with this button, and you can drop down from ledges as well with this button. I'll show you that in a second. And this button is the jump option and also climb ledges. So you have options to jump, and also if you're holding the forward arrow, you can jump forward. I believe if you can do a backflip as well. So if you go ahead and hold back, there it is. So there's the backflip there. You'll see this little butterfly floating around. If for any reason you are having difficulty getting around the level, the butterfly does kind of give you a nice path to show you where to go. Upper left hand corner you'll see basically health bottles right there. You start with 3 and you run through the level. There are certain things that can obviously harm you, and then those things go down. You can pick some up and drink them, which will increase your health as well. So you can go ahead and press the pause button And you will see there is a map button, which basically gives you a nice overview of the entire level. The red little box there letting you know where the final ending point is. You'll see you can go to the right, you can go to the left. It's kind of a nice maze. You're in a dungeon actually trying to get out, and you will notice you'll have to fight different guys and run through. So let's go ahead and get through the level. So start off running, obviously going off to the left. You will see right away you're greeted with this little barrier that you got to get through, so you want to make sure you don't get sliced by that. It will cut you in half, which will end the level, obviously. So run through that, make sure you get by, and then you'll see some ledges. You want to jump up on them and press and hold the button, and he will climb up. So let's go ahead and continue through. You will see some tiles down here will actually start to wobble when you walk over them, and then they will fall. So kind of keep that in mind when running through. If you see a wobbling tile, if you're underneath a tile that's wobbling, get out of the way because it can fall on you and kill you. So you definitely don't want that to happen. So we can continue. I believe this tile is going to wobble. It did. So there's an example of that. If you want to drop down, you press that bottom right button and he drops down safely. If you drop down, I believe, more than a couple stories, it will reduce your health. It can get confusing though. You'll notice I'm at a dead end here, so I'm going to go ahead, and this is actually, I believe, where you finish. So this door is where you're going to end the level. What you'll notice is it's closed, so you have to find out a way to open it. To open the door, most likely you have to step on one of these. I believe you have to actually step on this one and it will open the door. So we want to get around and step on this, so let's progress through the level. Alright, so I'm back where I started. You'll see I went the complete wrong way, so I have to go right at where I start, and then I can go ahead and continue. It can get confusing. You're definitely going to want to try and keep an eye on the map. The map will take you the appropriate way to go. You also see this spike thing right here. Whenever you see a tile with blood on it, basically, any red spots, you're going to want to stay away from it. The reason being because obviously it will stab you, essentially. The ways you can get around it safely is you can jump over it while you're running. You can also walk over them, so you need to make sure you just slowly, carefully walk, obviously pressing this button right here and walking, which will safely get you over it. It took me a while to get used to getting over those, but yeah, we need to go ahead and get over to this ledge actually, so we're going to want to jump. So I'm going to try and jump over there, and there we go. So caught the ledge and got over. I'm not exactly, I believe you have to go up a little higher, so let's keep going, and there we go. So you will, now I'll actually be able to show you. So again, you can run and jump, but I recommend just walking carefully over it. So press the button and walk around it. He'll walk over it, but he won't get hurt there. They do just kill you on the spot. It does not matter if you have any health potions or not. It will just kill you. So let's go ahead and continue. Looks like, there we go, I died. So you'll see I died right there. Here's actually an example of picking up an object. In the bottom left, you'll see a health potion. You'll see I only have 2. I just press this bottom right button, he picks it up, drinks it, and now my health is back at 3. So that's just a quick example of picking up just an object. You can actually, in the first level, you'll need to pick up a sword to fight people. You'll notice, I'll get to that in a second. You can actually fight different people. I've fought guards and skeletons before. Like I said in the beginning, you definitely want to pay attention to the butterfly that's flying around, because the butterfly just went right as opposed to left. If you go left, it's kind of a dead end and you will potentially die. So you'll see this butterfly, he'll go over to the right side to let you know you kind of need to go to the right. So going to the right, you'll see this button. I believe this button will open up a gate, and it's also a checkpoint. So this checkpoint is, every time you die now, you'll go back to that checkpoint, which saves you time. I don't have to run through every part of the level anymore. Butterfly going off to the left, I'm just going to go ahead and follow it and continue through. You'll see I did jump over that bloody tile right there to make sure I got over it as opposed to walking. You'll also see a gate right here that is going down. When I stepped on that checkpoint tile, it actually opened up the gate, and you saw that I only had a limited amount of time to get there, so sometimes you need to make sure you do go quickly. You'll see there's a potion there on the floor. I just pick it up right there. I actually don't need to pick it up because I have full health. I got another checkpoint. It lets you know when you cross through checkpoints. But You'll see, obviously, there's many different things to run through, different obstacles, but let's go ahead and get to fighting. So, I want to get to that in a second. There's a skeleton guy on the floor. He's crumbled right now, but after I get through and press another one of these little boxes, I guess, one of these tiles that you have to press, he comes alive, so I'll get to that now. As I showed earlier in the video, I was down there earlier and there was a button right there. All I had to do was step on it and it opened up the door. Now I need to get back down there so I can obviously complete the level. So let's go ahead and start to go back. Alright, so I'm back to where that skeleton is laying there. Once I try and get over, he will try and he will come to life actually. So you'll see you pull out your sword right away. You have 3 buttons, one to put your sword away, another button to protect you from his swings, another one to attack. Fighting is one of the most difficult things to do in this game. It took a little while to get used to. You want to obviously have some timing where after they swing, you want to try and swing, and then you kind of want to block it right away. So I'll try and swing, you'll see I hit them, but then you kind of want to go back on the defense because sometimes they will just jump through. It does take time. Some guys are easier than others. I found the skeleton guy to be pretty difficult. You want to try and get to the right of him because if you kill him when you're on the left of him, he will just come right back to life. So you can kind of move over while you're blocking. So move over while you're blocking and you can try and get to the right side of him. You'll see I just did that there. I'm going to attempt to kill him here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and swing and I want to block. You'll see I only have 1 health left. So it's obviously I'm still struggling with the fighting. Trying to get the timing right. There we go. I got him. So I killed him. And there we go. I can put away the sword and now I bring back the normal commands and I want to try and just get back to where I started actually. And I believe I have to jump down. So whoops, I didn't want to do that. You'll see he came back to life. I want to try and jump down here before he comes back to me. So let me go ahead and do that. I will continue going down and there we go. So I jumped down and now I want to try and get to the end of the level. I want to double check where I'm at. I can check the map. So you'll see I need to go to the left there to get to the end. So I will continue through. Whoops. So, I almost died there. So luckily he grabbed the ledge because I'm almost at the end actually. And there we go. I'm at the end. Achievements unlocked, and that is the end of the level. So you see it did take a bit of time. Lets you know how long it took. 5 minutes to complete. Lets you know how many enemies you killed. There weren't any enemies. There was just that skeleton to fight. It lets you know how many times you died. So I died a bunch. Obviously I was trying to run through. And it lets you know how many items you found. And there we have it. So you can continue. You can email people. You can share it on Facebook. And there you have it. So that would be just running through the level. That was actually level 3. They do get more difficult, progressively more difficult. So level 1 was pretty easy, you'll find, if you do try this game out yourself. Overall, a very addictive game. You definitely want to come back and keep trying the new levels and try new things. You'll see here's a new level. You get different scenery. I don't know which way to go. You'll have to check the map and run through and find different objects, pick them up, fight different enemies. But that would be really essentially it. So you'll definitely have to let me know what you think. Definitely try this game out. I will link to the free and paid version in the description. Other than that, though, be sure to subscribe to the Android Police channel. You can try and subscribe to my QBKing77 channel as well if you'd like to. Other than that, though, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.